Hello, this is Sky, and welcome back to part 2 of episode 4. Now, if you haven't watched part 1 of episode 4, go ahead and watch it with the link provided in the description. In the last episode, we made a coin, and every time we clicked it, it gave us money. And also, the more times we clicked, the more money per click we got. In this episode, we will be finishing this minigame off by adding upgrades and various effects. So the first thing we want to do is probably add a sound when we click the coin. So every time we click it, it can play like a cha-ching sound. And I already got one prepared. So simply go to sounds and make sure it's in your sprite, not in the backdrop. And then you can import a sound right here. So hover your mouse over this, choose a sound, and the top one, upload sound. So I already prepared one from Sound Bible. I'll leave the link in the description and you can just download that. And once you download it, you can just upload it. So let me go to music, and it's right here. So this is basically the sound waves. This part is where there is sound, and then the rest is just blank. So let's try to cut it a little bit. You can drag this and just press backspace, and then it'll delete that. So now our sound is much shorter. Every time we click the coin, we want to play the sound. So drag this play sound right underneath here. So we want to play the sound after we add the money. And make sure it's play sound until done. Now when we try it, we click and it plays the sound. So let's add some dollar signs that go up every time you click. So create a new sprite and paint, and just go to costume and put a green dollar sign with the text box. Let's make this green and put a dollar sign. That's a bit too small, and you can just press on select and drag it bigger. I put an S. Wait. Let me just change that to a dollar sign. And make sure it's like in scale. I'll make mine maybe this big. So every time you click, a dollar sign will go up. And we can maybe even put a plus here. So let's drag that to the middle, align it. And here we have our dollar sign. So we want every time you click, it goes up. Now, how do we make multiple copies of this? In Scratch, there's something called clones. So you can clone your sprite and tell it where to go. In this case, we'll make it random. First, let's go to events. When green flag clicked, let's make this hide because we only want to show the clones. We don't want to show the original copy. So you can go back to sprite 1, and right before this play sound, let's put create clone of not myself, because we don't want to clone the coin. We want to clone this dollar sign. Let's actually go ahead and name these sprites dollar sign. And I'll name that coin. So we want to create a clone of the dollar sign every time we click. And now we can go back to dollar sign and go to control. Right here, when I start as a clone, you can drag that in. So basically what this block does is if it senses that it has been cloned, then everything underneath this will run. We want the dollar sign to go to a random position every time it gets cloned. So we can go to motion and just drag the go to random position block. And also we want to show the dollar sign because you see here in the previous one we hid it. And we also want it to move up. So to move up, we can just change the Y by a certain amount. Let's go ahead and drag a repeat block and put it to repeat 100. And just put the motion to change Y by 5. So once it goes to a random position, it will show and it'll go up. And also we want to put a weight so it doesn't just zoom up. Let's put a weight 0.05. And also put a weight right after the show because we want the $sign to stay a little while and then float up. And make sure at the end you put a delete this clone block, because if we keep cloning it, Scratch only allows 300 clones at max. So if you click this 300 times and you don't delete the clone, then Scratch will be overloaded with clones and basically the clones will stop working. So now when we try this, we can click and you can see it moves up. Like we're getting money and they're all floating up. And also the sound is playing as well. So let's make the $sign float up a little quicker. And let's also make it a bit smaller. I'm just going to shrink that real quick. And center, of course. And what if we want the $sign to like fade away when it goes up? Well, we can simply change the ghost effect. The ghost effect is basically if the ghost effect is at 100, then the $sign will be invisible, because like basically the ghost effect is a value in the range of 0 to 100. 0 meaning that the $sign isn't affected, it's normal, and 100 means that it's like completely invisible. You can set the transparency with that. So we want to go to looks and drag this change whatever effect by whatever and put it right after this change Y and change this color effect to ghost effect. And we want to change the ghost effect to 100. So we're repeating this 100 times. So we can just put a 1 so it goes to 100. And now that we put a ghost effect, we need to make sure that at the beginning, we want the ghost effect to be 0 because we want to see our $sign. Now when you try this, it goes up and you can see it slowly fades away. Maybe you can make that faster. Put a 3. And we try that again. It's fading away a bit faster. So if you click multiple times, go like that. So you can see when I clicked it, I was actually able to drag the coin around. To stop that from happening, you can go to motion and wait, pretty sure it was in motion. Let me find it real quick. So, oh yeah, here, set drag mode to drag, so it's in sensing. So we want to make sure the drag mode is not draggable. So we don't want our users dragging around the coin. So now when you try to drag this, oh, it still drags. Let's try to go full screen. Alright, you can see I can't drag it anymore. I can't drag it no matter how much I try. And yeah, so just make sure you put that set drag mode to not draggable so when people play this game, they don't drag the coin around. Now let's add some upgrades. Let's create a new sprite and let's just paint it. And let's call it upgrades. I'll make it sort of like a button, so when you have enough money, you can buy the upgrades. So let me just make a square. And let's make this upgrade where it multiplies your money per click. So I'm just going to put a ×2 in there. This is just a quick button. You can make it more beautiful if you want. I'm just quickly going to just draw one right here. And let's put it in the corner. So we also want to put the cost of our upgrade. So let's make it $100. I'm going to put that in green. $100. And let's drag that right underneath and make that a bit smaller. Alright, so actually let's put that on the top. It's easier to see. Down a little bit. Yeah, you can see you can use arrow keys to move around these text boxes as well. So now that we have a price, we want it to be like every time we click it, it multiplies your click value by 2. So not every time we click it. So basically first we want it to go to its position, and you can see Scratch already set the pre-X and Y coordinates on the go to block. So when we click it, it goes to that position. When we click the green flag, it goes to that position. And when this sprite clicked, we want to first check if the user has enough money. So we can simply go to the Control tab and drag a if block. So when this sprite clicked, if money is greater than 99, because if their money is 100, they can still buy it. But if their money is below 99 or 99, then they can't buy it anymore. And if their money is 99, then we will just multiply their clicks by 2. Or multiply their money per clicks by 2. Money per click, change money per click by money per click. So that's just basically multiplying. Okay, now let's test it out. Oh yeah, and also we have to subtract their money by 100 because they bought it. So change money by negative 100. As you can see, when I click it, oh, it changes it. So when this sprite clicked, okay, we have to put that inside because only if they have enough money, then we subtract. So now when we click it, you can see we get money and dollar signs goes up. But when we try to click this, nothing happens. And let's try to get enough money. To speed up the process, I'll just make a slider and set my money to 100. Large readout. And now when we click this, it should subtract our money, and we should get 4 money per clicks. You can see we have 0 money, and our money per clicks got multiplied by 2. Alright, that's it for this video. If you want a part 3, please leave your opinion in the comments. And please also leave a like and subscribe. If you want to add more features by yourself, you can go ahead and experiment with this project and add more upgrades or add more effects. Alright, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.